everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to upload the whole syllabus of anatomy including upper limb, lower limb, thorax, abdomen, pelvis as well as CNS. I have already completed the lower limb session. I have started with abdomen and pelvis. This is our first topic called as rectus sheath. So let's begin. Rectus sheath is an aponeurotic sheath covering the rectus abdominis muscle. It has two walls, anterior and posterior. So, it is an aponeurotic sheath which covers the whole rectus abdominis muscle. Anterior wall, it is complete, covering the muscle from end to end. It is firmly adherent to the tendinous intersections of the rectus muscle. Posterior wall, it is incomplete, being deficient above the costal margin and below the arcuate line. It is free from rectus muscle. Fusion of all aponeuroses in the midline is called as linea alba. Laterally, anterior and posterior wall extend till linea semilunaris, which extend from the tip of ninth costal cartilage to the pubic tubercle. Now let's see the formation above the costal margin. As we can see in the diagram, anterior wall is formed by external oblique aponeuroses. Posterior wall is deficient. Rectus muscle rests directly on 5th, 6th and 7th costal cartilages. Between the costal margin and the arcuate line, anterior wall is formed by external oblique aponeurosis and anterior lamina of aponeurosis of internal oblique muscle. Posterior wall is formed by posterior lamina of aponeurosis of internal oblique muscle and aponeurosis of transversus abdominis muscle. So, external oblique aponeurosis, anterior wall is formed by an anterior lamina aponeurosis of internal oblique muscle. This is the two laminas of internal oblique, anterior lamina and posterior lamina. Anterior wall is formed by external oblique and anterior lamina of internal oblique aponeurosis. And posterior wall is formed by posterior lamina of internal oblique aponeurosis and as well as aponeurosis of transversus abdominis muscle. Midway between the umbilicus and pubic symphysis, posterior wall of rectus sheath ends in arcuate line or linea semilunaris, semicircularis or fold of Douglas. Below the arcuate line, anterior wall is formed by aponeurosis of all the three flat muscles of abdomen, aponeurosis of internal oblique muscle and transversus abdominis fused together, but the aponeurosis of external oblique muscle remains separate. As we can see in the diagram, posterior wall is deficient. The rectus muscle rests on the fascia transversalis. This was about the rectus sheath. Now see the content. Muscles, rectus abdominis and pyramidalis muscle, arteries, superior epigastric artery, inferior epigastric artery, veins, superior epigastric vena comitant and inferior epigastric vena comitant, nerves, terminal parts of lower and sixth thoracic nerve, including the lower 5 intercostal nerve and subcostal nerve. Terminal parts of lower 6 thoracic nerve, including the lower part of intercostal, 5 intercostal nerves and subcostal nerve. Functions of the rectus sheath. It checks the bowing of rectus muscles during its contraction and thus increases the efficiency of muscle. It maintains the strength of anterior abdominal wall. This was all about the rectus sheath. If you understood the topic,